Hi there, welcome everybody. This is Jean and Nate with the Aiken Group Real Estate, and welcome to parkbench.com. This is your neighborhood website where you're going to see all kinds of events and things that are going on in our community of North Plano, as well as seeing interviews from extraordinary people and businesses in our community of North Plano.
You've really lowered the bar.
Have I?
Yeah.
Have I?
Please
Okay.
continue.
Okay, I will continue. So I am here today with Mark McDaniel, and he is hello.
Hi.
He is the owner and chef of Remarkable Catering and Affairs. Did I say that correctly?
Co-owner, but yes.
Okay, co-owner.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. But he is the chef.
I am the chef.
He is the chef. And I wanted to introduce him to you. Now, admittedly, we were in his cafe, which is not in our neighborhood of North Plano. It's in the Dallas area. But the reason I wanted to introduce Mark to you all in the community is A, because he is extraordinary, and B, he does a lot of personal catering as well. No, I said that wrong. Catering and personal
Chef service.
skills, services. Right.
In North Plano.
In North Plano.
Every
you know
day.
what that means? His services, it can come to you in North Plano.
Like at the house?
Sure. I'm sure you can go a little bit more into that. So let's go ahead and get this started. I want them to get to know you if that's okay.
Sure, absolutely.
Okay, excellent. So, Mark McDaniel, and okay, so where did your love of food and cuisine come from?
So great question, Gina.
Thank you.
Really, I've done food my entire life,
Mm-hmm.
and so it wasn't ever really about a love of food to start with. It was really a love to being in service to others, and I really enjoyed that. And then from that, I served tables for several years before I started this business.
Mm-hmm.
And in the course of doing so, I got to work with some very talented chefs along the way and got to learn about some food along the way. So often we would have a lunch service that I would serve tables and a dinner service, and you have like that dead time between 2 and 5, like,
Right.
oh my gosh, I'm not a huge reader, so it's like, what else, can I be doing? So I'd find myself entering back in the kitchen and pestering the chefs, and I'm like, hey, I'll put me to work, just teach me about food.
Oh, that's
and so
great.
it was really through that and of where I really fell in love with food, I would say.
So really, your service for people became a love of food.
This is true. And our mantra is underserved food, we serve people. That is one of the mantras that we have at Remarkable Affairs Catering. It's been what we built the business on. It's what we do now, and it's really where we want to take our business to the future. Because at the end of the day, whether you're helping someone with possibly the largest purchase in their entire life or dinner on the table, people tend to be kind of emotional about it. And it really comes, for me, I've always said it comes down to service, because that's the type of experience that I want.
See why I like this guy? I mean, enough said, right?
Sure.
Okay, so Remarkable Affairs and Catering, how long has it been around?
We've been around since 1989. I took the business full-time the day after 9/11, because I was down to 2 days a week serving tables when 9/11 occurred, and that was the very last day that I actually served tables. And then met the love of my life about 8.5 years ago, and
Who, by the way, is the other owner?
she is the other owner.
Would you like to go ahead and name drop
and
her?
also the other chef. I would like to name drop Leslie Robbins. The joke really is that you would never know, because she doesn't have a big chef ego, but she actually...
Oh, you do?
Oh, just a tiny bit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm
Just
sorry
want
you
to
didn't
clarify.
notice.
Okay.
But she can pretty much outcook me. I mean, she can definitely hold her own. She's come up with some great stuff and some great cocktails for that matter too. We have some friends that she designed a signature cocktail for them for their wedding reception.
Oh, very
so
cool.
it was really, really neat. And but she's been in the business now with me for about 5 years now.
Excellent.
So, well,
Excellent.
that's one way to describe it. Yeah.
Excellent at times, of
It's
course.
always just a box full of chocolates every day.
Never know what you're going to get.
You sure don't, but we push through. It's brought us closer together. And,
That's great.
And we've been able to work through it. So
Excellent.
yes.
Okay, so let's get back to food for just a moment, if you don't
Sure,
mind.
absolutely.
I need to hear about your favorite thing to eat, whether or not that's someone else preparing it or yourself preparing it. Let's hear about it.
Those are two different answers. So
That's what I figured.
on the one hand, if I'm cooking food, and my favorite type of food to present is Northern Italian cuisine.
Okay.
What's Northern Italian cuisine? So
That is a good question.
unlike Southern Italian cuisine, where it's all just buried in a red sauce or a white sauce, this is more like the culinary perimeters or rules are much wider. So our Northern Italian cuisine, first of all, it's incredibly colorful, and I'm a believer that people eat with their eyes. And you can do everything from fish to risotto to a osso buco, like a veal shank, to pasta. And so for that reason, I really like that. My favorite type of food that I like, I follow a lot of different food trends and local restaurants. We try to buy not all of our things, but several of our things local, and we try to support local businesses rather than a chain. So that's always kind of where I'm gravitating towards. It's there could be a lot of different reasons of why we might venture to that restaurant. It might be one that has the best fried French toast. I'll leave out the other F word. That's literally on their menu, but it did live up to its name. So we experienced that this past just a week ago Sunday. Or it could be something like Flora Street Cafe, where the chef there, Stephen Piles, has been around for a long time. Some people would consider him kind of one of the grandfathers of bringing Southwestern cuisine kind of to the area.
Oh, okay.
So it could be something service related, or restaurant that you and I are both familiar with because we've had lunch there is Sugar Bacon. I might go to Sugar Bacon because I know the manager there.
Right.
So,
And that's in McKinney, you guys, just in case you're wondering.
yes. So as well as Whiskey Cake.
In Plano. That's in our neighborhood.
That is in your neighborhood. So a lot of times, I would say more than anything, when we go to a restaurant, we go for a purpose. We go because we're looking at a signature dish. We're interested in seeing what the chef is putting out for his new menu. Most restaurants turn their menu twice a year. Or we might be going because the level of service there is phenomenal.
Okay.
Or all of the above.
So you like to eat?
A tiny bit.
Yeah.
My love for food has not, my shape has shrunk, but my love for food has not shrunk in any way.
Would you like to kind of tell everyone out there what you have done in the last few years? He's had a bit of a transformation, everybody. So he does healthy options as well.
I do provide
Yes.
healthy options, and obviously we met through healthy lifestyle, if you will. I've lost a couple of pounds.
A few.
So I went from 297 pounds and a 46-inch waist, and now I weigh 180 pounds to almost back into my 32s. So
It's amazing.
It's been great, but more than that, what's been great has been some of the other things that I've gained: level of confidence, level of energy, level of endurance and energy that I have throughout my day, because this is a pretty physically challenging job. So from that standpoint, it's been absolutely fantastic, and I've really enjoyed it. And it sounds so, I still kind of get a little backed up when people go, well, it's a lifestyle change, but it really is. It's taking one thing that I might have in my diet and really changing that in a way to where I eliminate some of the extra, crap that's in it. So for
Yes.
example, I used to drink my coffee with artificial sweetener and a ton of cream or milk or some type of dairy product. I just drink it black now. But the point is I really don't feel like I'm missing anything.
Right.
So, and it's taking those little baby steps and making that progress along the way. And so it's pretty amazing. But I absolutely love to eat.
As do I.
So, yes.
But congratulations on
Yes.
your transformation.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. We'll high five again.
Okay.
Okay. So I would imagine you've dealt with a lot of clients.
Yes.
Clearly over since 1989. Sheesh, that's a long time. So I would
You
like
were
to
two
know.
then, I think.
Haha.
Okay.
No.
Okay. You'd like to know what?
So he's had a few clients since then, and my question for you is, what is the most unique, request you've ever had of a client?
Okay, well, we'll make the audience and maybe yourself blush. So I had a
gosh.
very attractive woman come to me, and she wanted to be completely naked and have me serve sushi off of her.
You're kidding.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not.
All right.
Okay, you weren't expecting that
I
answer,
was
were
not
you?
expecting that.
So,
You guys wanted to know Chef Mark. Hey, there we go.
It actually never came to be, but for some other reasons, and that's fine. But as far as request, that was probably one of the most unique requests that we've ever received. Kind of along the same lines, not requested, but kind of along the same lines, one of the hardest events we ever executed was the Duncanville Independent School District teacher banquet at the end of the year for 650 guests, and we flambéed Bananas Foster tableside for all 650 guests.
Wow.
So that was a little bit daunting, but we were able to knock that out.
How many people did you have staffed at the time?
That was about 24 folks that we had
Wow.
working that event.
That's
So,
crazy.
Yeah.
Wow.
Good times.
Good times.
Good times.
Good times. So what is the biggest challenge you face every day?
I think the biggest challenge that I face every day is that I don't want our business to get so big that we go to our clients and say, and where we're dictating the date of their event. And sometimes there's a lot of last minute things that come up. It could be a death in the family. It could be, it's not usually a wedding reception. I don't get a lot of those last minute.
Right.
But it could be 2 or 3 events that are all last minute that people might want out in 48 hours, and we do our very best to execute that. And that becomes a real balancing game to service the existing client base we have and be able to accommodate those people. And so I'm not a fan of saying no. I'll tell you that. So I guess in a sentence, the biggest challenge I face is my ability to say no.
I was going to say, I think you
So,
just answered the question.
Yeah. So that was it.
All
So,
right.
There you go.
Okay, I want to ask one more question.
Please.
This is not related at all to your business.
Okay.
If you had one wish, what would it be? And you can't wish for more wishes.
It's really 2 activities rolled into one, but if I had one wish, retire independently, but with the wealthy, but with the to use that as a vehicle to be able to travel the world and teach cuisine and teach healthy eating probably around the world.
Oh, that's
So
fantastic.
that would be it.
That does sound pretty great.
Right now we'll go. We do travel, so I want to put that caveat.
Right.
Put that caveat out there. We've been as far east as Norway, and we've been as far west as Salt Lake City at the Salt Lake Winter Olympic Games, as you already know.
Of course,
So,
of course.
But yeah, that would be it.
Well, thank you so much for having me
My
at
pleasure.
your cafe today. It was an honor to get to interview you and introduce you to the people of North Plano on bitchmark.com. And again, if you want more information about Mark, of course, all of his information is going to be on the site. So please contact him. And if you have any real estate needs, are you thinking about buying, selling, leasing, or you just have questions, call me. I want to
do
be your
not call
girl.
me. I can't
Yeah,
help you.
don't call him.
Call her.
He's the food guy. I'm the real estate girl. Okay, as long as we're clear.
We're clear.
We're clear. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me, and please join us again. Have a great day. Bye-bye.